I welcome all the students for 10th SSLC question paper discussion. My name is Santosh Bhatt. I graduated from NIT Surathkal. I am director and faculty at Arjuna Science College, Dharwad. Actually, there was many students. They were requesting to solve some sample papers. Many students, you have attended our Prerana classes. So we have conducted Prerana class in Sirsi. We have conducted conducting Prerana classes in Dharwad. So many of you have attended these Prerana classes, and all of you have attended our classes. So as you know that our faculties here in Arjuna College are IITians and NITians. So we have very good training for JEE NEET, and any of you are interested in future after your 10th to join with us for 2 years training. So you're welcome. So our goal of today's discussion is to discuss the question paper, 10th SSLC question paper. So this paper is actually, yes, this paper is, this question paper is, I'm going to discuss only mathematics part. This question paper was given to the students on 2nd July 2021. 2nd July 2021 in Dharwad district. This sample paper was given, and I'm going to discuss the questions based on that. So I'll try to put up more sample papers from different districts, because you may expect similar type of questions in your final examinations. So myself, Santosh Bhatt, I did my engineering from NIT Surathkal. I take mathematics, and I graduated from prestigious NIT. It's the engineering college, the first engineering college in Karnataka. I mean the best, the top first in Karnataka. And we have a team of IITians and NITians. We take integrated training for JEE and NEET, and we have very good results in JEE, NEET, and other competitive examinations. So in Dharwad, from 2017, we have been training students for JEE, and this is 2021 results. We have up to 97 percentile in JEE, and in NEET last year, that is 2020. So these are the scores, and many of them have got medical government seat, and USEED, Sudhiti and Venkatesh, they have secured a rank all over India. USEED is an examination for designing course conducted by IIT Mumbai, and we have even in NDA. So 4 of our students last year, they could crack first stage. Yes. So our topic of today is how we should plan and solve the questions in our examination, the upcoming examination on 19th and 22nd. Okay, so 19th and 22nd, 2 stages, 2 days you are going to write examination, isn't it? Yes. So now in that, the first day it is having questions on mathematics, science, and social science. So 40 questions, 40 questions, and 40 questions, right? Yes. So it is like 1 question, 1 mark, and you have to actually mark in the OMR. So my suggestion to you is, so please practice OMR marking. Okay, so that we have hardly 19 days remaining or 18 days remaining, which is from today. Today is 2nd July. Okay, and we have only 18 days, not even 18 days, I think 17 days, right? So therefore, do not make any, if you don't want to make any mistakes in this OMR, so please practice. So whenever writing the test, mark it in the OMR, and this marking in the OMR is very, very important. So why, sir? Because this marking, so it is not like once you suppose question number 1, so they will write A, they have B, they have C, and they have D. So 4 options. And these 4 options, one will be the answer, and that one answer you have to mark. And this marking is not read by a person, it is read by a machine system. So system do not understand. Suppose I mark like this initially, so start ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ 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 ಎ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಎ ಕಾಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ನಾನು ಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. So then the system doesn't understand, it thinks that you have answered A also, you have answered D also, so then it doesn't give you mark. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರಬಹುದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ when you are marking, you should not just do like this. ಓಕೆ, you should not just only ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅದು ತುಂಬಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಗಿವನ್ that it should be the OMR given to you. So it is given here. So OMR given to you, shade correct choice in the OMR with blue or black ball point only. You should not do with pencil. Okay, this is another thing. You should not do with pencil. You should do with pen only. Okay, so now we will go ahead to the questions of today. Okay, we will do the questions of today's question paper in Dharwad district. Okay, yes, so now I'll start with the first question. Actually these three questions are based on linear equation in two variables, isn't it? So lines joining the equations. Okay, the lines joining equations. So two equations are given. What is the first equation? 2x plus 3y minus 9 is equal to 0. Another equation 4x plus 6y minus 18 is equal to 0. Correct? So ಎರಡು equation ನೀವು observe ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ first equation second equation ಏನೋ same similar ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಏನು, if I multiply 2 to this, what will happen? 2 into 2 is 4, 3 into 2 is 6, 9 into 2 is 18. It means it is the same equation, you know. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಎರಡು ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? what do we do? So what is the type? So three types we have discussed. Okay, so first one is like a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and second equation is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. These two are the equations. Okay, if these two are the linear equations, two variables, we have studied that if I take the ratios, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. If this ratio is same, what is that particular case? That case is they are coincident lines, isn't it? Yes, so it is coincident line. coincident lines ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? infinite points, because they are same lines, no? They are having infinite lines. We call it as infinite lines. Okay, so this coincident lines, therefore the first option, you see, first question, what is the option? First question option is D, because it is two lines are same only, therefore we call them as coincident lines. Okay, so this is the answer for the first question. Yes, there is something called okay, so now if you know this linear equation in two variables, three cases are there. What are the three cases? One we discussed, that is coincident. If there is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2, which case you get? Which case? That is parallel line case. So for parallel lines, if two lines are parallel, then how many points they intersect? Okay, parallel lines, how many points they intersect? They don't have an intersection. Just imagine. So all of you have traveled through railway, right? So railways, they have a track, correct? So these two tracks, okay, they are parallel to each other. Railway tracks are parallel to each other. Do you think anytime they meet? Anytime these two tracks meet? They never meet, because they are parallel to each other. So if they meet, then the railway has a difficulty to travel, isn't it? So coincident lines means the same two lines. Second case, they are parallel lines, so they never intersect. And third case, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, first case idaralle equal illa antandre ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? c1 by c2 ನೋಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, this is the case for intersecting lines. Is the case of intersecting. Okay, intersecting lines. So intersecting lines. So this, if you see the option B, perpendicular lines, perpendicular line is also one of the case of intersection lines. But the intersecting lines, whether it is acute angle or whether it is 90 degree, they're intersecting only. So all cases are coming under this condition of A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. So there is something also, there is something called as consistent and inconsistent. So this word is there in your textbook, correct? What is consistent? Consistent means, just like in your studies, if you are consistent, you are sure to produce good result, correct? Similarly, these lines, if they are consistent, they should have some solution. Okay, so they should have some solution. Which cases they have solution? Yes, intersecting lines, they have solutions, therefore they are consistent. Similarly, coincident lines, they also have solution. But how many solutions? They have infinite solutions, isn't it? They have infinite solutions, therefore they are also consistent. Clear? So both these cases are consistent. And third case, the parallel lines is inconsistent. So ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು consistency with inconsistency basis ಮೇಲೆ. So if you see the second question, let us go to second question. Condition for the lines representing the equation a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0 are parallel. We have already discussed here the parallel case. So parallel case means where it is which option? Option A, option B, option C, option D. That's option C. Now you may have a question, sir, B ಮತ್ತು C same ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, but B ಮತ್ತು C ಏನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? C1 by C2 is not equal to. So this case is also, this is very clearly should be written. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. Happens for two cases. Parallel cases allo bartade, consistent cases allo bartade. In coincident case also A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, correct? So therefore option C. Okay, third question. The pair of equations x is equal to -4 and y is equal to -5 graphically represents the lines. So you have two axes. So the x-axis is here and y-axis is here, correct? So x is equal to -4 is here, y is equal to -5 is here. So if we draw the lines, so x is equal to -4 will be a straight line going like this, correct? So we have studied when x is equal to -4, all this whatever may be the value of y, x is always equal to -4. Adu vertical line bartade. X equal to constant is a vertical line, y is equal to constant is vertical line, no horizontal line. So this horizontal line is like this. Like you can see here, this is the point they meet. What is that point? They are intersecting point. Okay, they are intersecting points. At what point they are intersecting? X is equal to -4, y is equal to -5. So this is the point they intersect, isn't it? So x is equal to -4. So suppose I want to go to this point. So imagine yourself as a person who is standing here. So you have to go to this point. Have ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. First ನಾನು horizontally walk ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು distance? 4 distance walk ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Oh, so yes, actually -4 is not here. -4 should be left hand side, correct? Now, so it should not be here. It should be left hand side. As a left hand side ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, correct? X equal to -4, right? So at x is equal to -4 and x is equal to y equal to -5. So they are intersecting. Which point? They are intersecting here, which is -4 comma -5. Okay, if I have to go to this particular point, how should I walk? 4 units I should walk like here, 5 units I should walk down. So this, then I reach this point, correct? Therefore, so what is this point of intersection? -4 comma -5. So what is the option now? Option B. Yes, option B. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Nobody has any doubt. We'll go to the next question. So next question, it is based on construction. Okay, you can read this question carefully. To divide a line segment AB, okay, in the ratio of 3:4, ray AX is drawn. We know in construction, suppose you have a line segment. So this point is A and this point is B. So how do we draw? How do we make this line segment cut into 3:4? ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? So we will take any acute angle like this, and we will mark it here, and we have marked here at x, so that BAX is acute angle. So this angle is acute angle. They have clearly given here BAX is acute angle, and then at equal distances points are drawn on the ray such that minimum number of these points. So what do we do? Let us recollect. So we mark on this number line, on this actually ax, not on the number line, this line ax. So ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 3:4. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 3:4 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ 7 ಬಂತ. So 7 parts now divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 like this. Why we have to divide by 7? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. So what do? We join b and x. We join b and x like this. If we join b and x, then ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 3:4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 4 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಲೈನ್ ಎಳೆಯಿರಿ, ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P divides this line in the ratio of 3:4. Okay, this divides this line in the ratio of P:4. 3:4. Okay, so therefore what is the answer? Minimum we should divide this AX line into 7 parts, equal parts. So therefore answer is 7 parts. That's all. Clear? This is also very simple questions. So concept clear is there, all questions 100% clear answer ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so 7. So you may have a question, why they are asking 7 only, sir? Can't we do more? Yes, you can do more. You can do any multiples of 7. ನೀವು within 14 parts ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ನೀವು within 21 parts ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನೀವು 3:4 ನ ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ 14 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೀವು 6 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 8 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. 8 + 6 is 14 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ should be 14, 6 and 8. So they should be in the same ratio. 6:8 and 3:4 should be same. Okay, so therefore minimum, they have asked, the minimum is 7. Okay, good. So now I hope all of you are able to get what we are discussing. Okay, so now question number 5. So this question is based upon arithmetic progression, and this is one of very easy chapter and everybody will easily score marks, correct? So 25th term of AP is 51. First term is 3. They're asking common difference. So ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, AP ಅಲ್ಲಿ an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, correct? So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ an is the nth term, a is first term, n is number of terms, d is common difference. So in this they're asking you to find the common difference, isn't it? So therefore you should apply an is equal to 51. You substitute here. Okay, so what is 25th term? 25th term ಅಂದ್ರೆ n is equal to 25. So a ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So 3 plus 25 minus 1 ಆಯ್ತಾ? So common difference ಏನಿದೆ? Common difference arithmetic progression ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ AP ನ? common difference only. So common difference is constant, so that I will consider D. Okay, so 51 minus 3 is 50, that is 48, correct? So 48 is equal to 24D. So 51 minus 3 is 48. So therefore D is equal to 48 divided by 24. Therefore the answer is equal to 2. So therefore for this question, what is the answer? The answer is A. Okay, question number 6. In an AP, an is given as 4n minus 5. Okay, then the second term a2, very simple question, very simple question. a2 ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So first term ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು actually ಇದರ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? an ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರೀತಾರೆ? nth term, suppose first term ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು n is equal to 1 ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಬಂತು? 4 into 1 minus 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 minus 5 which is minus 1. So a2 n ಬದಲು 2 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ 4 into 2 minus 5, that is 8 minus 5, that is 3. Okay, and n is equal to 3 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು 4 into 3 minus 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 12 minus 5, 12 minus 5 is 7, correct? So common difference ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. So minus 1 ಇಂದ 3 4, 3 ಇಂದ 7 ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 4. So 4 in the difference ಇದೆ. So it's arithmetic progression. They're asking which term? Second term. And what is second term? You can clearly see that it is option C. So now I will not just end here, because ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. SN ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, an ಮತ್ತು SN ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. SN is equal to 4n² minus 3n ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಫೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು n is equal to 2 ಹಾಕೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ S1? S1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು n is equal to 1 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? 4 into 1 minus 3 into 1, that is 1. Correct? So what is S2 is equal to? That is 4 into 2 square minus 3 into 2. Then 4 into 2 square, 2 square is 4, 4, 4. So 16. So 16 minus 6 is 10. What is S3 is equal to? S3 is equal to 4 into 3 square minus 3 into 3. Andre 9 36, 36 minus 9 is 36 minus 9 is 27. Correct? So is it in AP? No, this is not in AP because see the difference. Illi 9 ide, illi 17 ide. So SN iddaga nimage summation idu barodilla. Summation adu, term summation adu. That is not a general term. Okay, so this is summation of term. Andre namage hyaga kandidibekappa? So S1, what is S1? That is first term summation. S2 means first term and second term together is S2. What is S3 means? S3 means A1 plus A2 plus A3. This is 3 terms. S1, that S3 means A1 plus A2 plus A3. So ಈಗ observe ಮಾಡಿ. So S2 minus S1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? S2 ದಲ್ಲಿ S1 ತೆಗೆದರೆ S2 minus S1, A1 cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So A2 ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತದೆ. So S2 minus S1 is A2. Similarly, if you see S3 minus S2, what do you get? S3 minus S2. So S3 is A1 plus A2 plus A3 minus S2 is A1 plus A2. If you subtract, you will get A3. So S2 minus S1 is A2, S3 minus S2 is A3. Clear? So that means if they are asking for the second term for this particular question, not for the one which is given here, which is extra question I am telling you. So what you have to do, if they are asking for the second term, you have to do S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1 is equal to what? A2. Okay, either ನಾವೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇದರ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಏನು? ಸಪೋಸ್ ನನಗೆ A2 ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ S2 minus S1 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, A3 ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ S3 minus S2 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So like this you have to find it. Okay, S2 minus S1 is equal to A2. Okay, so now what is S2? 10. What is S1? 1. So therefore answer is equal to 9. So A2 is equal to 9. What is A1 sir? What is A1? A1 ಮತ್ತೆ S1 ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. A1 and S1 both are same. Okay, so A1 is nothing but S1, so that is nothing but 1. So for this, what is the AP? First term is 1, second term is how much you got? 9. Okay, similarly third term you can find out. So third term will be 17 because common difference is 8. Here also common difference will be 8. Okay, so what is the answer for the previous question? That is 3. Okay, so here only AN is given. So seventh question, sum of the first n terms of an AP. So this formula ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So that is 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So 2a plus n minus 1 ಇಲ್ಲಿ n plus 1 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So therefore d is not an option. So b is the option. Okay. Yes, this is seventh question. Then eighth question. So this eighth question is next two terms of an AP. So they have given 5. First term is 5, second term is 7, third term is 9. And they're asking next question, next term and other next term also. Correct? So two terms they're asking. So 5, 7, 9. So to find AP, what we should do? We should know common difference. What is common difference? Second term minus first term is common difference. That is 7 minus 5. That is 2. So common difference 2 ಸಿಕ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 2 you do, you'll get 11. 11 plus 2 you do, you'll get 13. So therefore answer is what? 11 and 13. Very simple questions are there. Right? So option is B. Correct? So this next question you may have some confusion. They have given summation of 18. What is summation of 18 means? That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 like this up to 18. So here you can apply arithmetic progression. What is summation formula? Summation formula is that is n by 2 into a 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Athwa SN ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರೀಬಹುದು n by 2 plus a plus last term. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ last term 18 ಇದೆ, number of terms is also 18. Okay, a is 1, so that is 18 into 1 plus 18 by 2. The first part, this is summation of 18. Okay, then what is summation of 19? So you can clearly see same formula will apply, that is 19 into 1 plus 19 by 2. So this is how much? 18 into 19 by 2, correct? So this is 9. So how much you get? I think 171. Okay, and here 20, that is 19 into 20 by 2. So this will get cancelled. So you'll get 190. So if you add these two, 171 plus 190 is 12. So I think you'll get 361. So which option is option B, based on quadratic equations? So we know what is a quadratic equation, right? So quadratic equation is a equation where the degree is 2. Okay, so degree is 2. So you have equation, you know what is the equation and expression difference? Suppose you have a polynomial, we write p of x is equal to x square plus 3x plus 2. This we call it as an expression. And if you just equate this to 0, what will happen? Becomes a x equation, right? Now for this equation, what is the maximum degree? So the maximum degree is 2. So therefore we call it as a quadratic equation. And what is a root of a quadratic equation? Root is a quadratic equation for which if you put x is equal to 0, if you put x is equal to 0, so you'll not get 0 equal to 0. But if you put x is equal to say -1 or something, the roots, if you put, and you will get 0 equal to 0. Like for a quadratic equation, what do? You factorize, correct? So you factorize it and you write it as 2x plus, say here you write it as 2x plus x plus 2 equal to 0. And if you take x common, you'll get x plus 2. And if you take 1, there's x plus 2. And if you take x plus 2 common, you'll get x plus 2 into you have x plus 1, correct? So it's equal to 0. You have two possibilities. One is x equal to -2 and is x equal to -1. So this -2 and -1, we call it as a root of a quadratic equation. Okay. Okay. So all of you know, you have studied about what is a root in terms of graph. You know, if you draw this graphically, so we have studied that for a quadratic equation, what kind of curve you get. So there is a particular curve like this, which it comes like this, and takes a U-turn and goes back. So we call this as a parabola. We call it as a parabola. Okay. So just like you have heard of this comets, correct? Dhumaketu anta heltevalla kannadadalli. So they come and they actually this the sun, right? So these comets, they will come and they take a U-turn and they go back. So the similar path actually is a parabola. And for this parabola, three ways you can draw the graph. What are the three ways? The first way is like this. It is not okay. First way, I will take a graph where it will just cut the x-axis. The second way, it may just come and just touch the x-axis. And the third way, it will not cut or touch x-axis at all. Okay, three different cases. The first case, then you have a second case, then you have a third case. Clear? So three cases are there. So these three cases will give rise to three different possibilities of a quadratic equation, which we call it as nature of roots. Okay, and we have studied to find roots of a quadratic equation. Two ways are possible. What are the two ways? The first way is factorization, what we did here. This is a factorization. Okay, the second way, okay, so the second way is using Sridharan's formula. I hope you know what is a Sridharan's formula. So if you have x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? If you write this, you get the root directly. So this we call it as Sridharan formula. Okay. So now if you see the season formula, inside square root there is something. What is called as b square minus 4ac? Yes, we call this as a discriminant, correct? So the discriminant, what is this discriminant? ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೆಂಟ್ is that which discriminates. What does it discriminate? It discriminates three possibilities of quadratic equation. What are these three possibilities? If discriminant is greater than 0, if discriminant is less than 0, and if discriminant is equal to 0. Three different cases. If discriminant is greater than 0, we have studied, it will have distinct and real roots. Two different distinct and real roots. Okay, if it is equal to 0, then it will have equal roots. And if it is less than 0, we call it as it has imaginary roots. So you may have a question, what is imaginary root? Imaginary root means that which is imaginary. Okay, imaginary means what? It only exists in imagination, not in real world. For example, so you have square root of a negative number. The square root of 2. So you know what is square root of 2? Minus 2. So is it equal to minus root 2? No. Okay, so square root of minus root 2, we call it as imaginary number. Because inside square root, if you have a negative number, we call it as imaginary number. Okay, so this is going to be imaginary number. Okay, we have a question, sir. Imaginary number, does it have any like what is the specific, what do we get from this imaginary number? So you don't have to worry about it now. If you, when you come to 11th, in your 11th, there is a chapter, separate chapter called as complex numbers, okay, which deals with complete imaginary numbers. Okay, so that we will do that later. But one thing we understand, root 2 or root 3, these numbers can be located on the number line. ನೀವು ಅದು 9th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? So you have a straight line in which you take out 0 and then you have to draw 1 unit, then perpendicular 1 unit. Okay, then you have to draw like this, then you have to rotate it, then you'll get root 2, because 1 plus 1 Pythagoras theorem will get root 2. So you can locate root 2, but minus root 2, no, there is no minus root 2 on this number line. Root of minus 2, no, not minus root 2, root of minus 2. So in the number line, because you cannot locate this number, we call this as imaginary number. Okay, it's not a real number, it's an imaginary number. So now, so if you see this three cases, they refers to three different graphs. The first one, two distinct roots, it will cut x-axis at 2 points. ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಟೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಕ್ಟ್ ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 0 ಅದು ಮೇಲೆಗಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ರೂಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, so different possibilities, three different cases you got. Okay, so this is about quadratic equation and what discriminates nature of roots, that is discriminant. And what is the discriminant? Which is there inside the square root. And therefore answer for the first question, you see what they're asking, the nature of the roots of the equation is decided by what discriminate the nature of the roots? The discriminant. And what is the discriminant? B square minus 4ac. Clear? So this what discriminates. Clear? Good. Okay, so that means I hope you understood this part. What does it mean by discriminant and everything? So let us go to 11th question. Standard form of the equation. They are asking simple standard form. Standard form ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು? ax square plus bx plus c. So it should be ax square plus bx plus c. So just write it here itself. ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this a term x square should have coefficient and it should be always positive. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬಂತು? ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2x, 5 ನು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ -5 is equal to 0. So this is going to be the equation of quadratic, standard equation of quadratic. Okay, so this is in the standard form, we call it as standard form. Clear? Okay. So this answer is what? X square plus 2x, x square plus 2x minus 5. So option is B. Okay, we'll go ahead. So this is about quadratic. Let us see. I think there are some few more questions on quadratic. So that is roots of the quadratic. How do you find the roots of quadratic? Either you can do factorization, either you can do factorization, or you can also do what? You can also do apply the formula, which we call it as Sridharan's formula. Let us do the both way. So when you are having a quadratic equation, what is the steps to do factorization? I hope everybody know this, but a little bit I will revise it. What you should do, you should take the coefficient of x square, take the constant, multiply it. So you have minus 6. Now this minus 6 has to be factorized such a way that if you add these two factors, you should get minus 1. Say so minus 6 can be written as minus 1 into 6. Okay, or 1 into minus 6, but if you add it, you will not get 1. So suppose you have 2 and 3, so minus 2 and 3, if you add it, I will get plus 3. If you add it, I will get plus 3. And if you consider plus 2 and minus 3, if you add it, I will get minus 1. No, so plus 1 and minus 1. So 3 minus 2 is plus 1, and minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. Okay, so you will get these two numbers. Very simple. Okay, so now which one I should consider? Minus 3 and 2. So I have to factorize it as minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 equal to 0. If you take x common, x minus 3 plus 2 common, x minus 3 equal to 0, you'll get x plus 2 into x minus 3. If you simplify this, you'll get x is equal to minus 2 and you'll get x is equal to 3. Okay, so these two cases you'll get x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 3. Okay, so next, the formula to find the roots of the quadratic equation. Very simple, Sridharan's formula. Which formula? Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Which option does it satisfy? So option C, I think. Okay, so option C for option C only, right? Yeah, option C only. B square minus 4ac should be there. And question number 12 answer is minus 2 and 3, minus 2 and 3, 3 and minus 2. So option C again. Okay, now. Yes. So two possible, two questions, both are based on quadratic equation. Okay, so we completed quadratic equation part. So maybe in next uh, sample paper based on the question, we will discuss more. Now we are going to very important part of your 12th, that is trigonometry. Okay, so trigonometry. So now the first one in this, that's 14th question, you can observe. They're asking, there's an angle C. I think you're not able to see the C. So if it is A, this is B, and this is C. Okay. So now they're asking you, what is the angle C? See, in a trigonometry, very simple words I will tell you. There are 6 ratios. That's all. What are the 6 ratios? One is sine theta, another is cos theta, another is tan theta, then you have secant theta, then you have cot theta, and cosec theta. So there are 6 ratios. You have to take one right angle triangle. Okay, so then take the ratios of its own sides. Andre AB by BC is one ratio, BC by AB is one ratio, AC by BC is one ratio, BC by AC is one ratio. Like this, you write all different possibilities, 3 sides, and all combinations, two things you take at a time. AB BC, AB by BC, BC by AB. So like this, if you do 6 ratios, you get. So those 6 ratios with respect to what you are doing. So for that, you have to take angle theta here. With respect to theta, there is an opposite side. With respect to theta, there is adjacent side. With respect to theta, there is hypotenuse. Okay. So now if it is opposite by hypotenuse, that is sine theta. If it is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is cos theta. If it is opposite by adjacent, that is tan theta. And they're brothers. I call it as brothers because sine theta's brother is cosec theta. Because reciprocal. Cos theta's brother is secant theta. Reciprocal. Tan theta's brother cot theta. Reciprocal. Like this you can easily remember. Okay. So now they are asking what is the angle C. Now with respect to C, if you observe, there is adjacent to angle C and hypotenuse anyway. So adjacent by hypotenuse or hypotenuse by adjacent, anything you can take. If you consider BC, okay, BC, and what is that hypotenuse? AC. BC by AC with respect to C, it is adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent by hypotenuse. What is adjacent by hypotenuse? Adjacent by hypotenuse is cos theta. And cos theta is equal to BC, adjacent is 7, by AC, this is 14, 7 and 14, that is 1 by 2, correct? So cos theta is equal to 1 by 2. So therefore theta is equal to how much? 60 degree, I think. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So therefore answer theta is equal to how much? 60 degree. Okay. So now next question. Let us see the next question. Okay. So next question, in the figure ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, ABCD is a rectangle. They're asking what is the value of CE. CE. Okay, so if you consider this particular triangle, okay, this particular triangle like this, right? So this is 90 degree. And another thing, one more angle they have given, this is 60 degree. This is 60 degree. B, this angle, we don't know. That's very simple. 90 minus 60, that's equal to 30 degree. What they're asking is, they're asking this value, this EC, correct? EC ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So ಇದು B ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay. So B ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So BC ಇದು A ಈ ಸೈಡ್ 8 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so ಇದು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು ಕೂಡ 8 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this is also 8. So if this is 8, okay, one thing we understood, it is 8. Okay, that is 8. Now this 60 degree is given now. So now with respect to this angle C, adjacent side is 8 and hypotenuse is easy. Now angle ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, adjacent side ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದಿರ ನೀವು, hypotenuse ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. So adjacent and hypotenuse, again I will use cos C. What is cos C? Is equal to adjacent side BC divided by hypotenuse EC. What is cos C? C value is 60 degree. What is BC? BC is 8 centimeter. And EC, what is EC? EC you have to find out. They're asking here, find EC. So what is cos 60? Half is equal to 8 EC. So therefore 8 by EC. So EC, how much you get? EC will get 16 centimeter. So which option? So option 16 centimeter is option A, correct? So very simple. So you're able to understand the trigonometry just based on diagrams. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಂಗಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬಹುದು, ಒಂದು ಆಂಗಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮೂರು ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೂರು ಆಂಗಲ್ ನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬಹುದು. So that's about trigonometry. Okay. So question number 16. So there is something called as complementary angles. Okay. Suppose if you have a right angle triangle. Okay. So this is angle theta. This is opposite side P I will take, adjacent side B I will take, and hypotenuse I will take H. Okay. So now if you have cos theta, what is cos theta? Is equal to P by H. What is sin theta? Is equal to cos theta is B by H, correct? And sin theta is P by H. Okay. So now if this angle I will consider angle, I will consider theta is there. So angle A I will consider. Okay. So for angle A is 90 minus theta, right? So it is, we call it as complement of theta. Okay. We call it as complement of theta. So this angle is 90 minus theta. So it's complement. So if I write what is cos A is equal to, what is cos A? With respect to A, adjacent is P and hypotenuse is H. And with respect to sin A, that means with respect to A, sin A is opposite side divided by hypotenuse, that is B by H. B by H. Okay, so cos A is equal to P by H. Sin A is equal to B by H. Cos A is equal to P by H, sin A is equal to B by H. Now what we can do? That's what we can do. So here we can see cos A is P by H, sin theta is P by H. There to P by H, correct? So cos A is equal to sin theta. And what is A actually? That is A is 90 minus theta. Because very simple. Angle sum property gottide. So theta plus A plus 190 is equal to 180. Correct? So therefore 90 minus theta, cos of 90 minus theta is sin theta. So that's all. Sin of 90 minus theta, cos theta. We call it as complementary. So who all are complementary? Sin and cos are complementary. Similarly, tan and cot are complementary. Similarly, secant and cosec are complementary. One thing is like their relations. How you can easily remember the relation. See, sin theta and cosec theta are brothers. Cos theta and secant theta are brothers. They are reciprocal to each other. Tan theta and cot theta are brothers. Whereas if you see in terms of cos A, if in terms of complementary, sine and cos are complementary. Cos and sine are complementary. Similarly, tan and cot are complementary. Similarly, secant and cosec are complementary. So secant 90 minus theta is cosec theta. Cosec 90 minus theta is secant theta. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. So if you have to apply that here, so let me write it this side here. Okay, I have the question sine 2a is equal to cos a minus 30. Right? So now sine I will convert into cos. How? Cos 90 minus theta. Instead of theta, there is 2a. Cos 90 minus theta is cos a minus 30. Right? So that is, if you both side are cos, then you have to take 90 minus 2a is equal to a minus 30. Correct? So 2a you bring right hand side, 2a plus a is 3a. 30 you bring left hand side, 90 plus 30 is 120. So a, how much you get? 40 degrees. How much you get? 40 degrees. So what is the option? So what is the option? Option is D. Correct? Option is D. So basically, once you get answer, you can just cross check. What is the cross checking? Just in case you see, basically, very simple questions are there, but you should not lose marks just based on silly mistakes. Correct? So can you cross check ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಹೇಗೆ cross check ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? A equal to 40 ಹಾಕಿ. ಏನು ಬಂತು? Sin 2 times A. Sin 2 times A is sin 40 into 2. That is sin 80. What about right hand side? Cos 40 minus 30. That is cos 10. So sin 80, cos 10. 80 plus 10. How much you get? 80 plus 10. 90 degree. So angle sum should be complementary andre addition ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 90 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. So that is the answer for question number 16. Okay. So let us go ahead. So another question they're asking direct. This is direct. You see cos 90 minus theta. What is cos 90 minus theta? Sin theta. So option is A. Correct? This option is A here. Simple. Okay, so next question. Next question. When the length of the shadow of a vertical pole is equal to root 3 times its height, the angle of elevation of the sun's altitude, they're asking. Very simple. So this is application of trigonometry. In application of trigonometry, two things are there. One is if you are standing, okay, suppose you are standing on a building. Okay, so now there is a aeroplane flying. So aeroplane ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಮುಖ ಎತ್ತಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? So you have to lift your face up. So whenever you have to lift your face up, that we call it as angle of elevation. This is called a line of sight. When line joining you and your eyes and object, we call it as line of sight. Say there is a car moving, right? There is a car moving. So you have to down your face. Okay, so that means this you have to face, you have to look down. That we call it as angle of depression. Angle of elevation, angle of depression. So this is one thing. Now there is a pole here. See, in application of integration now, application of trigonometry, not integration. Application of trigonometry, what you should do, you have to draw the diagram properly. If your diagram is proper now, done. You will be able to get the answer. Actually, 50% of your answers you get just by your diagrams. For example, you have just rough diagram you draw. There is a vertical pole. Okay, say sun is here. Okay, so you know when the sun comes, your shadow will also come. So this pole will also have a shadow. So this has a shadow, and they have given the length of the shadow is root 3 times its height. Suppose I will consider the height as x. h. Length of the shadow I'll consider x. They have given x is equal to root 3 times the height. That's what they have given. They're asking angle of elevation. Okay, angle of elevation they're asking. Okay, fine. So now angle of elevation means which angle? You see, line joining this shadow end to the sun. This is angle of elevation. And for angle of elevation, what is x is equal to root 3h? Now, opposite side, adjacent side, in terms of h height. So they are not given exact height, but ratios kotidaralla, ratios ಮೂಲಕ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So what you can do, very simple, x is equal to root 3h. Okay, this is h. I'll consider tan theta. Tan theta opposite side is h, adjacent side is root 3h. So that means hh gets cancelled. 1 by root 3 is equal to tan theta. So this will happen only for theta is equal to 30 degrees. Very simple. Theta is equal to 30 degrees. Theta is equal to 30 degrees. Done. Is this clear? I hope this part is clear. Main thing is your diagram. Diagram correct ಬಿಡಿಸಿ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹರಿಬರಿಲಿ ನೀವು ತುಂಬಾ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ರೂಟ್ 3 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಹೈಟ್ ನೀವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ರೂಟ್ 3 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಶಾಡೋ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ತಪ್ಪು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Okay, therefore we should be very, very careful. Therefore, what is the answer for this question? This is 30 degrees, so answer is B. Okay, so answer is B. I hope this is also clear. We'll go to the next question. Okay, so this will go to the next question. In case you are feeling that I am teaching a little fast, you can anytime pause this video, little bit go back and again see, read the question and understand and listen to the solution. You'll get the answer. Okay, now distance between the 2 points. So this is coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry in ಬರ್ತದೆ. Coordinate geometry in this you have like this 2 points. 2 points, right? Now let me start with the 1 point. If you have 1 point, we represent x comma y as a coordinate. X comma y coordinate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. One more thing. There is something called as abscissa and ordinate. I hope you remember. Abscissa is x part, coordinates x comma y ದಲ್ಲಿ x part ಏನಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ abscissa ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, y part ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ordinate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so now this point is 0 comma 0 is here, x comma y is here. If we join these two, you are going to get a line, right? So what is this length of the line? That is nothing but the distance, x square plus y square. Okay, just one thing, square root of x square plus y square. Okay, now what is the height at which this point is from x-axis? That is nothing but y coordinate. And how far it is from x-axis? That is nothing but how far it is from y-axis? That is x coordinate. And how far it is from x-axis? That is y coordinate. Okay, so if you have to go to xy, how you should go? You have to walk like this and come here. Okay, and again move upward and go to x, y. Okay, so you have to walk. So horizontal, vertical. Horizontal is abscissa, x value. Vertical is ordinate, y value. Now if you consider 2 points, so then what is important thing with respect to 2 points is the distance between them. And for that we have distance formula. What is distance formula? Square root of, so we write distance formula, d is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Okay, so distance is square root of x2 minus x1 square y plus y2 minus y1 square. You just check out. So what do you get? So here one mistake what we generally do is when you're taking, so you do, it's not necessary in x1 y1 first ನೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, x2 y2 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ನೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು x1 y1 ಅನ್ನ 1,4 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ x1 y1 ಅನ್ನು 4,0 ಅಂತಾನೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. 1 minus 4 the whole square plus 4 minus 0 the whole square. So what do you get? That is 3 square plus 4 square. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 3 4 ಬಂತು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 25 ಬರ್ತದೆ. So 25 square root is 5. So what is the distance between these 2 points? 5 units. Okay, so that's about coordinate geometry distance formula. So there are more questions also. Now area of the triangle they are asking. Okay, so area of the triangle. So this part is also very interesting part actually. So coordinate geometry. What is a 1 point? What is a 2 point? Now, if you consider 3 points, when you consider 3 points together, ಎರಡು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಈ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಈ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಲಿನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಕೊಲಿನಿಯರ್? And only for collinear you have section formula. Section formula is applicable for collinear points, not for any other points. Now triangles ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ questions ಕೇಳಬಹುದು? They may ask questions based on triangles to find a type of a triangle. First, they may ask you to find type of a triangle, or they may they may ask you to find area of a triangle. So how do you find type of a triangle? Apply distance formula. AB ಗೆ apply ಮಾಡಿ, BC ಗೆ apply ಮಾಡಿ, AC ಗೆ apply ಮಾಡಿ. 3 sides ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ 3 sides ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ನಂತರ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, 3 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲಾಟರಲ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್, 2 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐಸೋಸೆಲೆಸ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್, 3 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಕೇಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? Pythagoras theorem. If it is following Pythagoras theorem, then it is right angle triangle. Okay, yes. So if this is clear to you, hope. Now, how do you find area of a triangle? For that, there is a formula, that is half of x1 into y2 minus y3. Okay, no, y1 into. So actually both you will get same value. So y1 into x2 minus x3 plus y2 into x3 minus x1 plus y3 into x1 minus x2, like this. Or even if reverse it, that is x1 into y2 minus y3 and all those things, we'll get the same answer basically. But more easier than that, I will tell you one shortcut. So when they ask area na, so ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ half straight line ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? So -5 7 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ -4 5 ಅಂತ -5 ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ 4, 5 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ -4 -5 7 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀಬಹುದು? ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ x1 y1 ಇಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ x2 y2 ಹಾಕೊಂಡು x3 y3 ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ x1 y1 ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 ಪುನಃ ಮತ್ತೆ x1 y1. Okay, so then what you have to do, sir? You have to ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ. ನೀವು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ವೈಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಹಾಫ್ ಅಂತೂ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ -5 ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ -5 ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ -5 ಗೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ -5 into -5. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ ಏನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ? -4 ಇದೆ. ಈ ಏನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇದೆ? 7 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ 7 ಮತ್ತೆ -4. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡೌನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. -4 into 5. ಓಕೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 4 into -5. ಮತ್ತೆ ಡೌನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ 4 into 7 ಅಡಿಷನ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ -5 into 5. Okay, so now I will multiply them. You will get -5 into minus into minus is plus, you will get 25. Okay, -7 into 4 is 28, minus into minus again plus 28. So 5 into 4 is 20, so -20. So minus into minus is plus, that is +20. Okay, plus 7 into 4 28. Okay, minus into minus plus, that is 25. Okay, so now 20 and 20 gets cancelled here, correct? So half ಏನೇನು ಉಳಿತೀಗ? 20 into 28 into 28, 28 plus 28 56, correct? 25 plus 25 is 50. Okay, so you'll get 106 by 2, that is 53. Okay, so answer is 53. So option is B. Very simple. So you can do this way, or you can apply this formula, so you'll get the same answer. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು x1 into y2 minus y3 plus y2 x2 into y3 minus y, ಈ ತರ ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. Okay, same thing you'll get. Okay, so now is this clear? I hope this part is clear. ಸೊ ಏರಿಯಾ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಸೊ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇವನ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದು ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬಂತಪ್ಪ, ನೀವು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಯಾವಾಗೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರೀಬಾರ್ದು, ಏರಿಯಾ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್. Okay, question number 21. The distance of a point 2,3 from x-axis. So 2,3 suppose illide. What is the distance of 2,3 from x-axis? That is nothing y coordinate. That is nothing but y coordinate. So answer is D, C, 3. Okay, question number 22. The distance of a point xy from the origin. If xy is a point here, from the origin, square root of x square plus y square. So option A. So option A. Hope this part is clear. Coordinate geometry in the ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ questions ಬರಬಹುದು. So we will go ahead. So we completed this part. Now we are going towards what? We are going towards statistics. Now this formula is a direct formula, correct? So what is the relation between mean, median, mode? So now mean, median, mode ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Median, what is a median? Median ಅಂದ್ರೆ middle, what do you call it as average ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು median ಗೆ. What is a mode? ಯಾವ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬಾರಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, sorry, mean is average. Mean is average. Mode is number of, like ಯಾವ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. What is a median? Median ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 30 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ 30 ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರ ಹೈಟ್ಸ್ ನ ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ನೀವು ಈಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರದ್ದು ಹೈಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹೈಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅವರೇಜ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹೈಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೀನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೀಡಿಯನ್? ಮೀಡಿಯನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಒಂದು ಕುಳ್ಳಿಗಿದ್ದವನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಹೈಟ್ ಇದ್ದವನ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as a median. Okay, so what is a mode? Mode ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಟ್ 135 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಟ್ 151 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 145 4 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ 145 ನಾಲ್ಕು ಸಲ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಹೈಟ್ಸ್, 145 is repeating more number of times. Okay, now mode is what? The number which repeats. So 3 times median is equal to mode plus 2 times mean. Okay, which option? 3 times median is equal to mode plus 2 times mean. This is the relation between median, mean and mode. And if you observe next question, so 5 and 5 is repeating 3 times compared to other numbers, therefore answer is 5. That's again option A. So next question is median of the class. So here when they have given median of the class, so hang madbekandre iga frequency, along with that you should write cumulative frequency. So 0 to 10 ಇದೆ, 10 to 20 ಇದೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು 4 ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ತರ. 24th ಕ್ವಶನ್ ತರ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಸಿ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ದೊಡ್ಡದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೀಡಿಯನ್. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 5, then you have 18, then you have 12, then you have 9. Then you write it 5 plus 18 23, 23 plus 12 I think 35, 35 plus 9, 35 plus 9 is 44. So cumulative frequency ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 44 ಇದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ 44 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 2 ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? 22 ಬಂತು. ಸಿ 22 ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಈಗ? 22 5 ಮತ್ತೆ 23 ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? Therefore I should look for the place where this half of the cumulative frequency comes. Half of cumulative frequency is 22. 22 falls just before 23 and 23 vargu only then. So that means the class which is connected to that is 10 to 20. That we call it as median class. We call it as median class. So answer is B. Okay, I hope this is clear. Fine. So median mode, all this are clear with you. Okay, so next we are going to discuss, this is basically triangles chapter. Okay, so following which type of triangles are always similar? So we know that equilateral triangle, all angles are equal now, angle, angle, angle. So if you consider two angles, two equilateral triangles, so they are surely similar triangles based on AAA criteria. So what are different type of criteria? Angle, side criteria. Then you have angle, angle criteria, or angle, angle, angle criteria, or you have RHS criteria. So for equilateral triangle, it is always, okay, equilateral triangle is always similar. All equilateral triangles are similar to each other. So therefore, answer is equilateral triangle. Okay. So next question. So in figure, DE is parallel to BC and AD is 2.4, BD is 7.2. So this is basic proportionality theorem question. You have a triangle like this, you have a horizontal line. So this is A, this is D, this is B, and you have E and C, correct? Now what is AD? AD is 2.4. Okay, so we have studied by basic proportionality theorem that AD divided by DB is equal to AA divided by EC, correct? So AD divided by DB, what is AD? 2.4. What is DB? Kotidara 7.2. What is AE? 1.8. What is EC? EC you have to find out. Sir, they are asking AC. They're not asking EC. AC you can find out. If you get EC, you know AE, you add them, you'll get. So now 2.4, 24 3s are 72. 1 by 3 is equal to 1.8 divided by EC. So what do you get? EC is equal to 3 into 1.8. So what is 1.8 into 3? Okay. Yes, what is 1.8 into 3? 54, isn't it? Yes. Okay. 5.4 you will get, correct? So what is EC is equal to 5.4. So now what is AC is equal to? AC is equal to AE, which is 1.8 plus EC, which is 5.4. So 1.8 plus 5.4, that is how much? I think 7.2, isn't it? 7.2. So therefore the option is C. Right? So question number 27 is done. So we'll go to next question. Okay, this is based on triangles. So now you can observe here, triangle ABC is similar to DEF, and they have given ABC is 80 degree and FED is also 80 degree. That means you can clearly see this is B and E are 80 degree. They are corresponding angles. What they are? Corresponding angles. So then what they're asking, measure of D. Measure of D. This angle they're asking. D. Okay. So if you observe 5, if you double it, you will get 10. 3.5, if you double it, you will get 7. So if you observe, 60 is between which two sides? 5 and 3.5. Double it, you will get 10 and 7. That means A is correspond to F, and F, this is 60 degree. Corresponding sides, corresponding angles you should check. So what is D is equal to? Angle sum property I'll apply. What is angle sum property? That is angle D plus angle E plus angle F. This should be equal to 180. What is angle D? We have to find out. What is angle E? 80 degree. What is angle F? 60 degree. This is equal to 180 degree. So you have 140 is equal to 180 angle D. So angle D you get 40 degree. So therefore which is the correct answer? The correct answer is 40 degree. Okay. Yes. So now I hope this question is very clear. Based on diagram, you have to analyze it. Based on diagram, you have to analyze it. Okay. So this is a very, very important question. Okay. This question number 29, is based on, you have a right angle triangle, and in this right angle triangle, so BD is perpendicular. So B, D, A, C. So BD is perpendicular. This is perpendicular, and we have studied one very, very important property. Okay, anyway, so let us check without that we can do. So this is 12 centimeter, and CA is given to you as 15 centimeter, and this is 9 centimeter. Isn't it? What they're asking? AD, they're asking. AD. Okay. AD they're asking. So now AD, I will consider this triangle ADB and the complete bigger triangle, which I will name it as ABC. And for ABC, this is 12 units, this is 9 units, this is 15 units, 15 centimeters. And for the smaller triangle, you know, only 12 units, 12 centimeters. And AD, which they're asking, right? I'll keep it as it is. So now, is these two similar triangles? Yes, these two are similar triangles. How, sir? This angle A and angle A are same. Okay, this is 90 degree and 90 degree is same. Angle property done. So AA criteria I will apply. That means I will write ABD triangle is similar to triangle. A is corresponding to A. So I will write it as A. 90 degree is B here for bigger triangle, D for smaller triangles. So ABD, if you write ABD, so D is referring to B. That means B refers to C. So C and B. So because BD are 90 degree, AA are common, remaining is BC. So this writing this order is very, very important. Why? Because so once you write this order, what we want, AD we want, right? So I'll write AD, corresponding to that there is AB, is equal to, now I will take AB, corresponding to this I will take AC. Now I know what is AD. What is AD? No, I have to find out AD. Okay, what is AB? What is AB? AB is 12 units. So I'll write it as 12 units. What is AB here? Again 12 units. Divided by what is AC? AC is 15 units. Therefore, AD, I will get this, is equal to 12 into 12 divided by 15. That is 144 divided by 15. So what is the answer for this? 9.6, I think. Based on number, you can clearly see. Answer is 9.6. Okay, so which of the following is a Pythagorean triplet? So Pythagorean triplet, we know 6, 8, 10 is a Pythagorean triplet. 7, 24, 25 is a Pythagorean triplet. 7, 8, 9, no. Anytime 3 numbers consecutive will never form Pythagorean triplet. So answer is C. 9, 12, 15 is also Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so yes, question number 31. So this is based on circles. Question number 31 based on circles, and here there's a property of circle. If you have external point, from external point if you draw tangents, how many tangents you can draw? 2 tangents, and both these tangents length are equal. That's what it says, correct? Both these lengths are equal. So now that means for this particular question, so if this is 2 units, then this also must be 2 units, and if it is 4 units, this also must be 4 units. So 4 centimeters given here, centimeter. So if it is a straight line, you can say PQ is a straight line, and PB gottide 2 units, BQ gottide 4 units. So 2 plus 4 is how much? 6 units. So answer is what? C. I think questions are easy, you are able to understand. So very, very easy questions are there. So do not worry, in your final exams, it will be easy. You don't have to take too much tension, but you should be careful when you are solving the question. Okay. So now we also know that this circle and this tangent will be perpendicular to each other. Radius and tangent will be perpendicular to each other. That means for this particular triangle, this is angle is 90 degree, this angle is also 90 degree. And for this particular triangle, What they have given? B, angle B. Angle B is OBC is given as 40 degrees. Apply right angle triangle, and what do you get this angle? 90 minus 40, isn't it 50 degrees? And same will be carried over here, 50 degrees. So 50 plus 50 is how much? 100. Therefore answer is 100. Very simple, isn't it? Just based on geometry. Geometry correct agotidre easy agi ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay, so I'm going to do the next question. So this is based on circles. Yes. Now, if a straight line passes through circle at one point, what it is called as? Very simple question. If straight line passes through a circle and just touches circle at one point, what we call this as? We call this as a tangent. Okay, what else possible? It may happen that it just cuts like this. That what do we call it as? We call it as secant. And if you consider only the part inside the circle, secant, okay, so that we call it as a chord. And if this chord passes through the center of the circle, we call it as a diameter. Okay, these are the terminologies you should know. So tangent means it is just touching at one point. Okay, so next question we'll see. To divide a line segment AB, this is construction question. To divide a line segment AB in the ratio of 4:7, a ray AX is drawn such that BAX is acute angle. And I'm going to name it as A1, then you write it as A2, then you write it as A3, like this, go on up to how many points? 4:7. We discussed it now initially. 4:7 andre 7 plus 4 add madi. So how much you get? 11. So I'm going to mark till A11. Okay, so now which point you will join with B? Which point you will join with B? So you have to take 4:7 means 4 points you should take. A4, then up to A11. So A4 and B you have to actually join it. Okay, but A1, A2, A3 are located at equal distances. Okay, point B is joined to what? Point B is joined to, okay, that is 4:7, right? 4:7. AX is drawn first. Okay, AX is drawn, BAX, correct. So A1, A2, A3 anta barkondidira. Okay. No. Yeah, correct. B you have to join with A11. Last point you should join. Okay, then you should draw parallelly. A4 ಗೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಅದು 4:7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ B ಗೆ ಯಾವುದರ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? 11, correct. Very simple. Okay, so A11, therefore the option is A11, option B. Okay, now next question is 35th question. 35th question says a vertical stick of 6 meter casts a shadow of 400 centimeter long on the ground, and at the same time a tower casts 28 centimeter long height of the tower. Okay, so you have basically you have a tower and you have a sun here, and it is casting 28 meters shadow, and there is a 6 meter height, small one, 6 meter height. This is 6 meter height, and okay, height of the tower we don't know. 28 meter is the length of the shadow. 6 meter is the height of the pole, vertical stick, and 400 centimeter is the shadow. 400 centimeter means 4 meter. They have come purposefully, they give different one. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಗಡ್ಬಿಡಿಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, 400 centimeter na 400 meter ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ. Okay, so then you will get a wrong answer. Okay, so now if you take these two, what is tan theta is equal to? Tan theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Okay, so tan theta is equal to 6/4. Same case, tan theta should happen for other triangle also. So tan theta is equal to 6/4. Here if you apply tan theta, that is height opposite side divided by adjacent side is 28 centimeter, 28 meter. So now what is both of them? If I equate, I have 6/4 should be equal to h by 28. So if you simplify this, 4 ones are 4 sevens are, so h how much? 6 into 7, that is 50, no 42 centimeters, 42 meters, sorry, 42 meters. So option is what? C. C is option. Okay, now they have given next question. It is based on mensuration. I think this is the last part of our uh, question paper discussion. So last chapter, you see mensuration is given in the last part. The shape of an ice cream cone is combination of. So they are not very sure. We are not very sure whether they are asking about only ice cream or okay, ice cream cone. They have given ice cream cone. With ice cream, it is going to become what? Cone plus hemisphere. Okay, but if you consider only ice cream cone, then it's only a cone only. Okay, so therefore, so ice cream cone, you should assume that there is ice cream. So therefore, ice cream is like hemispherically it is kept. Then inside also, so you have a cone and a hemisphere. So therefore, option is what? Option is C. Okay, yes, we'll go ahead. This is a very simple one. So next, we will go ahead to 37th. If we cut a cone into two parts by a plane parallel to the base. So now it is not very clearly given here. Bottom part is left out. See, if the cone is inverted cone, and if you take a horizontal, and they are asking it is put parallel to the base, then the bottom part left out is a frustum. I think here they're referring to frustum only. In case you have kept the cone vertically, then if you keep horizontal part, that is a cone itself. But they have given a cone is kept and it is cut. So bottom part generally bottom part ಕೆಳಗಿಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. So therefore answer is what? Frustum of cone. Yes, so frustum of cone. So option is B. Then question number 38, you have, if we change the shape of a solid object from a sphere to cylinder, you have a sphere and you can change it to cylinder, just like you have a wax. So wax you can convert one shape to another. So then the volume of the cylinder will, it's actually just like in physics we have a phenomena, chemistry and physics. Mass cannot be created nor be destroyed. Similarly, in maths we use this, volume cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. Whenever you are doing conversion of solids, so the volume remains as it is. So therefore, it remains unchanged is answer. Okay, so hope this is clear. This is conversion questions they ask. You have to keep the volume same. Okay, so now 39th question. If we join two hemisphere of the same radius along their bases, okay, hemisphere of radius among the bases. So we join two hemispheres of same radius. Two hemisphere, one hemisphere is like this, another hemisphere is like this, of the same radius along their bases, then we get what? If you join it, what do you get? You get a sphere. That's all. So in case you keep something in between, you'll get some different. But here, simple answer is sphere. Okay. So question number 40, the shape of a glass, usually in the form of, so very clearly given. This is a diagram, you can easily understand. Frustum of cone. Yes. So this completes our question paper discussion of Dharwad district question paper. Okay. So I hope all of you are very confident now by seeing this very easy questions, very simple questions. If similarly your final examination also similar questions will come. Okay, so you don't have to worry. Very easy questions will be there. You have to be very careful when you are marking the OMR. First thing. Second thing, you should be careful regarding. I can say you should not be hurry. You should not be in a hurry to do it fast. Peacefully ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ 100% ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಓಕೆನಾ ಸೊ ಹೋಪ್ಫುಲಿ if we get few more question papers, based on that we will solve one or two more papers for you. Okay, you can, I hope you can will surely get benefited by seeing those videos. Fine. And we are, as I told you initially also, we have a faculty team from IITs and NITs. So in future in 11th you want to be part of Arjuna faculty team, so you are most welcome. Okay, so you will get a very good training for JE and NEET, all these competitive examinations. Anyway, this 10th examination is only for like this clearance, but more important than your 10th exam is your 11th and 12th. You should get a very good training for this JE competitive examination like JE and NEET. So then you will be able to perform, you will be able to get a good rank through which you get a good college and you make your life very successful. Okay, so all the best for your examinations. So we will end for here, and hope we will meet again for another you can say question paper discussions. Okay, thank you very much.